Rocker Pat here. Alright guys, I've been hammering and a dollying and a dollying and a hammering. Let's see what I got going on over here on the 54. This is going to be round 2 of our Rockin' the Rockers. What I got done is, the biggest thing I got done, and this was really kind of difficult for me, was I had to rebuild this corner right here. It's definitely going to need a little Bondo and a little fill work, a little grind work and everything. But that one corner right there was pretty much ate out all the way back to here and all the way up to here. And I know it kind of looks like a pretty easy deal, but considering that you got to have an angle over, it was a little bit of a, it doesn't go at one angle. It's actually two angles. This isn't flat, so it curves up. Then this is flat, then this one curves down. Like I said, it was a it was quite the So we got our rocker cut all the way in. Yes, I know I still need to fill this area right here, and I will. Don't worry, it'll happen. I'll get a piece of metal, weld it to this, and then weld it to the actual outer rocker. But the door shuts pretty good, and we got a pretty good gap going down it. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Yeah, doors are coming. Don't worry. Got to do doors. But yeah, we got that fitting pretty good. I like that. Now, one of the things I did notice that was kind of weird, and it took me a little while to figure out what was going on, but that pinch weld sits a lot lower than what was original on this car. And what I've deduced is that this angle right here should be tilted up, okay? If you look at this angle, this one down here, you can see it's going upward, but this replacement panel has it tilted downward, okay? And that was probably done so that they could stamp this out in one stamping instead of multiple stampings like the factory did. I'm not 100% pleased with that, but I'm probably going to ride with it because I can't figure out the best way to go in and bending that without destroying this curve right here, okay? So just don't look under the car. How about we go down that route? But yeah, that's the only kind of disappointing thing I got going on here. But I am happy I got that curve made up pretty good. So today, let me get up. Sorry guys, I'm jiggling you around. So today what I did was, if you remember that we had a toe board problem up here, and I had started out making this curve right here because it needs to match this inner brace curve, okay? This morning, and there's a rotted out piece that should be going round, going through this bolt hole, and it's rotted away and nobody sells that. So I don't know what I'm going to do on that particular deal either, because the bolts should be going in and tying to the side of the body here. So that's still to come on what I'm going to make for that. But I needed to get this toe board problem solved, and as you can see, I've got it looking pretty good here. It goes along my angle that I needed to go with. While I was working on this, one of the things that I noticed was that it had a raised section right here, okay, and it wasn't fitting right. So to make this raised section, to get it to rise up from this area, what I did is I took this panel and I turned it over, and I used this little dolly right here, okay, and I left it flat here, and I used this hollow area okay, to raise that panel up. All right, that way it fit across here better and down here, because it's not on the same plane. All right, I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it's not on the same plane. And then I used my bead roller to fix this area right here. Now I'm probably going to come back with the hammer and dolly and fix that little gap right there. I haven't decided if I'm going to cut that out flush or if I'm going to leave a little metal on the back side. Right now I'm kind of using it to keep that Cleco in, so that, you know, you get the point. You understand. All right, guys. Well, that's what I got going on today. Hopefully by the end of the day I got that welded in. That's my goal, is start getting that piece welded in place. Once I get that piece welded in place, then I can go start redoing the floor and get a floor made for this thing. But yeah, that's where we're at. We got the rocker fit to the body. I don't want to weld that in yet. That'll be the last piece that gets welded in. I've got to get the inner rocker welded in first, but I don't want to do anything until I finish this, because this way I can get this panel out of my way while I was working on this and everything. But yeah, that's what's going on. Only other thing I've done is did a little modification to the bead roller here and added the motor to it. So now it turns on its own, and we can run a piece of metal through it without having to do it by hand. I can hold both pieces of the metal on with both hands and everything. All right, guys, well, y'all keep rocking and a rolling and a rolling and a rocking. And I'm gonna keep hammering and dollying. Talk to y'all next time.